The first citywide fire alarm system goes into operation, Nikola Tesla describes his AC power system, and NASA rehearses for the moon landing. It all happened this week in tech history. This week in 1857, William Channing and Moses Farmer received a patent for a fire alarm telegraph. In this time before telephones, the purpose of the system was to be able to alert firefighters quickly in the event of a fire. Boxes were installed throughout Boston, the first city to adopt the system. In the event of a fire, the box was opened and a crank was turned, sending a signal to a central station which would alert the authorities. In 1877 this week, Edwin Holmes set up the first network of burglar alarms that were monitored by a central station in New York City. He then sent his son to copy that system in Boston. His son realized that they could use existing phone cables to carry the signals instead of laying their own. This allowed the network to quickly grow to more than 700 burglar alarms, a system that gave rise to the $28 billion industry we know today. In 1888 this week, Nikola Tesla delivered a lecture describing the equipment which would allow efficient generation and use of alternating current to transmit electric power over long distances. Back in the late 1800s, the War of the Currents raged on, with Tesla teaming up with George Westinghouse with their AC current, taking on his former employer Thomas Edison, who was touting his DC or direct current standard. During this time, Edison even went so far as filming the electrocution of Topsy the elephant to show the dangers of his rival's alternating current. And this week in 1969, Apollo 10 was launched. Apollo 10 was essentially a dress rehearsal for the first moon landing, which would take place a couple of months later. The mission tested all the components and procedures just short of actually landing. During its return from the moon, Apollo 10 set a new record for the highest speed attained by a crewed vehicle at 24,791 miles per hour. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History, brought to you by IFA in Berlin.
IFA, the Global Innovations Show. Meet the official partner of the future in Berlin.
Visit us online at intotomorrow.com, where you can find out how to listen to our weekly Into Tomorrow radio program and subscribe to our free podcasts. Catch you next time on This Week in Tech History.